My name is Dell Spry and I live here in Atlanta, Georgia. I've served with Chesley Brown previously as a managing director of security. I also worked as a lead investigator in the Aldrich Ames Case. Rick Ames was a CIA analyst. He had been a case officer and had worked overseas. He was not very good at recruiting people to work as spies, which is what a case officer typically does. He was much better as an analyst because he could also read and piece things together. The alarming part was he used that skill to pull information together, pieces, and make a complete puzzle that he then gave that information to the Russians, who used against us not only to wipe out our entire Russia program. I mean, we were operating almost in the dark. But he also gave up the identities of individuals that we had recruited, people who were working for us, 2 for the FBI, and I believe 10 for the CIA. And those people were called and recalled to Moscow and executed. This was the ultimate insider theft. But where he was the insider, stealing the secrets, and the client at the end of the day was the Russian government. In order for you to call it a trade secret, you've got to show that you've taken steps to protect the secrecy. You compartmented the information. You control how that information is disseminated and who it's disseminated to. You got a safe in your office that you keep that hard copy information in. You've got to be able to show a court that you've gone out of your way to protect your secret, to make it a trade secret. The reason I'm excited to be a member of the Chesley Brown family is because of the quality of people that work here for Chesley Brown. They respect each other, they know each other. The people that I work with and that I see every day are professionals to the nth degree. They know what it is they need to do, they know how to do it, and they know to do it without a lot of guidance. I want to be part of that sort of work environment. Chesley Brown is more than competent and capable of sitting down with you and looking at your physical structure, where you house your people inside the building, how you house your people inside the building. Do you need a panic room inside the building? If so, where would you put it and what would it need to include? Do you have the right type of cameras in the right locations? Do you have the right personnel stationed inside the building in a concierge reception area, or do you need people outside of the building as well? Do you want people in uniform? Do you just want them to be a rover with radio communications into a command post that you have inside the building? There are so many variables that people, they just don't think of until there's a problem. And then they wonder, how did this happen and why didn't I think of that? We can help them solve that problem. Number one, and I can't tout this enough, is our absolute discretion in this investigation. Any report that we generate on its face is going to be proprietary between us and you, and it's going to be protected, guaranteed. Now what you do with that report, that's completely your business, and perhaps through consultation with your counsel. We are also in a position to sit down with you to plan a course of action to prevent a similar incident from ever happening again. We are also in a perfect position to give expert testimony in court as to what we determined and how we determined it. Whatever your issue is, it is absolutely discreet with us, and any report that Chesley Brown prepares, you will decide who that report goes to. And if you want it, we will personally deliver it to you. We can send it UPS and have you sign for it, or we'll bring it and we'll put it in your hands or the hands of your designee. These are trained, seasoned investigators. The size of the company is really irrelevant. It doesn't matter how many floors of a building you occupy, or how many offices you have on a floor, or the number of employees you have. What matters is, do you have a product, and is it valuable to you and your company? And do you have competitors? If the answer to that is yes, then the size of the company doesn't matter. It's what value the product brings to the company. It's the value of your company that matters. Chesley Brown, we truly are a business that intends to serve. Your business is important to us because your business is important to this country and its economic fabric. Your business is important to your employees. I know you would never consider them ever as collateral damage, but when incidents happen or are allowed to happen where a company all of a sudden finds themselves struggling and having to let people go, families then become collateral damage. That certainly is not what you want. That will never be what we want. We want to work with you, hand in glove, to mitigate any potential threat that your company would ever come under. Chesley Brown is always here with top-notch people, a broad network of incredibly professional individuals who are ready to serve. We want to make sure that you are protected.